Enjoying a diet, aren't we? Because you didn't sleep. Oh, neither did I. Poo. Little poo face.
I'm used to all the pressure, but you know I'm not the same.
We are celebrating 2 weeks of this one's life. 2 weeks today. I'm out for the first time in the sling, in the Moby wrap, which is pretty good. The only thing is her little head. It's quite sunny, so I don't want her head to poke out or burn. But we're going for a walk and it feels great. So 2 weeks with a newborn. First thing I have to say that I don't know why we aren't told this beforehand, but breastfeeding is hard work. I've been really struggling with breastfeeding. I've been going to breastfeeding groups, I've been getting as much help as possible, I've been using all the creams and stuff. We're finally getting there, but Jesus, it is a few bad latches, which is quite easy to do, and yeah, basically my nipples were like falling off, bleeding, cracked, like just really bad, and you don't get any respite because they feed every like hour or 2 hours, or you know, she's been cluster feeding, so she's been feeding like 15 minutes, you know, then 10 minutes rest, then 15 minutes, and which isn't ideal for the nips, but oh, that's nice, isn't it? Oh my god. Anyway, let's do that side. I think maybe breastfeeding is painful because, which I discovered this morning, maybe it's to stop you falling asleep when you're breastfeeding. Because this morning, so she wakes up, she's awake the last like 3 nights from 2:30 till 5, which the witching hour, which I think I'm right in saying is when your milk is like at its most fruitful or whatever. So they're just like feed, 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 and the more they feed, the more your body's gonna produce milk, I think that's right. So basically they're just doing their job, she's doing the right thing, and means I'm up between 2 and 5, which is annoying, but I basically haven't slept for longer than 2 hours for the last 2 weeks, so I'm just getting used to it. I think no sleep is my like superpower. I'm pretty good at it, but she isn't, so I'm trying to get her these walks and stuff. She loves being outside, so I'm trying to get her out and about so she actually gets some sleep, because poor thing. So yeah, apart from the breastfeeding thing, obviously the lack of sleep is like a given. That's just, you just expect that, and you can just deal with that. I mean, most of the time these last 2 weeks, especially the first week, you're just running on adrenaline, and your body has an amazing way of just, as a woman, I think, you know, as a new mum, just coping with that. I don't know, you just kind of carry on. But the pain of breastfeeding kind of overtook everything and made everything way harder. Just was really, really struggling with it. Oh, it's a bit windy. So I'm doing everything I can for the breastfeeding. Everyone just, oh yeah, it just really hurts. You know, you have to get used to it. And week 6, apparently it gets better. Good. Only on week 2. But that's been the hardest thing. Actually having a baby in the house and kind of, you know, learning how new life with a kid is kind of fine in comparison. I don't know how people do it on their own. I take my hat off to single parents because I have been using Dom so much for just everything from passing me something when I'm breastfeeding and I'm, you know, my hands are full, to making dinner, to emotional support, just helping me with the latch sometimes. Yeah, all sorts. Just having some boob bants with some old ladies that just walk past. Anyway, so yeah, the 2 weeks have flown by, slash feels like the longest time ever, because nighttime is not the right time for getting some sleep. Night times drag because Dom can sleep, you know, there's not a lot he can do, and I'm breastfeeding, and she's not sleeping basically. Yeah, this witching hour between 2 and 5 is so long. I need to find something to do, learn a language or something, but obviously I'm really sleepy as well. Sorry about my skin. Anyway, enough of the negative. Just walking around this park trying to avoid the awkwardness of people seeing me film myself. I was going to take you through my like typical day today, but there's no typical day. This morning, for example, I stayed in bed until 9:30 because I wanted her to sleep, because she didn't sleep much last night, neither did I, and she didn't, so laid in bed. Jeremy Kyle came on the fucking TV, which is not ideal when you're lying there with a baby on you, because I was trying to get her to sleep and I couldn't get up to turn the TV off, so I was like, bah, my life. I was forced to watch Jeremy Kyle. I generally try and shower in the day at some point. I make sure I get out of the house because I will get depressed if I don't do that. Even if it's just like going to the shop or like just going down to the seafront. I went for a little power walk yesterday. I make sure I've got one plan each day, whether it's like to go for coffee with someone or to go see someone. Yesterday, one of those plans had to be postponed because this one, I don't know what was wrong yesterday. She just couldn't get full up from my boobs. She's just like sucking them dry and just kept asking for food. So I don't know, a bit frustrating, but yeah, that's probably my best tip. Just plan something every day, even if it's just to go and get a coffee from the coffee shop or to go for a walk, because you can find yourself inside after 5 hours, Jeremy Kyle on the TV. You don't know who you are anymore, and yeah, it can get a bit depressing. But I have to say, I mean, this is super emo, but there's like maybe like 15-20 minutes of the day where she will not be crying, she's not tired, she's not hungry, nappy's changed, and she's just, her eyes are wide open and she's just content and would be laughing or would be smiling when she can, and she's just, you know, interacting, and it's just unbelievable. I mean, it's cute anyway, but when you've got like, you know, you're with the person you love and both of your DNA has made this thing that you just think is the cutest thing in the world, it's so nice just like staring at her. So yeah, even if that's just 5 minutes of the day and you've been up for 2 days and your nipples are falling off, and it does make it worth it. God, I look so rough, my skin. I think she is asleep. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I genuinely thought, you know, when people said, oh, you don't have time to shower, you don't have time to do anything for yourself, it's because if they're not eating, they're asleep. And sometimes she sleeps for, you know, just an hour, and that hour goes so fast when you haven't slept for a week, when you've got like, when you go to the loo or you brush your teeth, and next thing you know, and you've eaten 4 biscuits, next thing you know, they want to feed again. So it is hard to, because there's no routine, it's hard to plan anything else, and sometimes you'll go past breakfast or go past lunch and realise you haven't eaten anything, which is not what I want to do, because then of course in the evening, because breastfeeding takes up a lot of energy and calorie, you need calories to, you know, produce all this milk. Get to the evening and I'll eat like a box of chocolates. So this is not ideal. I'm a PT, I need to be telling you the right things to do, but I'm also being honest. Yeah, so I'm gonna go finish my walk and I'm gonna vlog a little bit at home and just show you what it's like with this little chicken. I thought I'd film this bit because this is the first time I've used the wrap. I'm not sure if I've done it right, and it's just really awkward to take off, so I thought I'd film it, and if any of you have any tips. I got really hot and her chest got hot as well, so oh, that's nice, isn't it? Bit of leakage. Oh god, I'm sorry. Just changed my top because it got really sweaty. It's a bit worrying. But yeah, I'm home. Place to tip. So I'm gonna have some water and some food probably, and yeah, she's kind of resting. She's not asleep. But it's got a bit hot. It's a bit hot outside, isn't it? Look at these pants. A bit big for you, aren't they? Daddy is working from home today, which is nice because it means she's like lying, just kind of not sleeping, just resting, and I can just put her next to him in the sleepy head, and she seems to like settle with him really well. I think it's because, annoyingly, she can smell that I have milk, and so around me she gets a bit more, even if she's just eaten. I'm talking like, even if she's just fed for like an hour and a half, boobs are empty, and she's still like being a bit needy. And I put her with him and she'll just kind of enjoy being with him. I think she needs me for food and she wants him. So anyway, I'm gonna put some washing out. Just gonna mention something that is a bit probably gross, but I think it's worth saying because, like the breastfeeding, my skin, like the breastfeeding, people don't really talk about it that much. So after birth, you have basically a period, and if you think you haven't had a period for 9 months, this is basically your 9-month period. All in one go. So basically mine's kind of stopped now, I think, but they can go on for 6 weeks or more. Like, it's just be aware of it. Like, it's, and also if you've not had one for 9 months, and I didn't really regularly have one before then, I've always been a bit bad like that, you can kind of forget sometimes. Like, it can be fine, and then you go for a walk or you go somewhere and then you're like, oh shit. So be aware of it. Yeah, so that happens. My stitches are basically healed, which I'm really happy about. State of my garden. I was taking shallow baths with some salt, just like regular sea salt, you know, that you cook with, and a bit of lavender oil in there, and they've, yeah, literally within the first week they healed. I mean, it's not exactly how it was down there, things are a little tighter in places, but I think I just need to kind of wait and it will be fine, but I'm not bothered about that at the moment. So yeah, there's the like personal stuff, but physically I feel absolutely fine. It's just the just the nips, and I'm not going to show you them, and the sleeping really. But yeah, the sleeping I can kind of, she says with massive bags in her eyes, sleeping I can kind of cope with. Also, you kind of cope with it because that's your, oh my god, my garden, that's your kind of sole job, is to look after this baby. So you're tired, but it's not like you're, unless you have other commitments, of course. But you know, I'm not going out, I'm not having to work at the moment, I'm not having to do anything other than look after this baby. So yes, I'm tired and I look ridiculous. Oh my god, my skin. But it doesn't really matter as long as I can keep looking after her. I can be as tired as I like. I'm gonna make for breakfast some toast, sourdough toast with ham. Toasted ham sandwich. Health. So the reason it's painful for me is because she has a tiny, tiny little mouth. She was only £6.8, so she's really small. It's getting bigger, but I have to do like a nipple sandwich, like a nipple burger type thing to like get it in. And it's not the best technique, but it's the only way I can actually get my nipple in her mouth enough so she gets a proper latch. And if she doesn't, basically she opens her mouth wide and then makes it really small like a little bird and bites it off. This is my breakfast. It's my main and my dessert. Also, clam, when you're breastfeeding, that happens. Seeing as I have no plans today, and we've got friends visiting tomorrow, I'm going to really try and get, because I haven't been able to nap this afternoon, and she has gone to sleep, so I'm going to really try and get some sleep. So I'm going to close, I don't want to become grouchy, I'm going to close my window, watch Breaking Bad from the beginning, again, and try and sleep. Wish me luck. So, just in time, it's been 2 hours and I need to wake this one up because I need to feed her. And look what's happened. Isn't that lovely? Hello, gorgeous. Oh. I'm gonna wake up and watch Breaking Bad with your mummy. Wake up, I need to feed you. It's so horrible waking them up, not only because they're sleeping really cute, but also because I want her to carry on sleeping because I want to sleep. No, it's, yeah, catch-22. Have I got a sty coming? Oh god. So this sounds ridiculous, but this is the only chance I've had to finish this video. Yesterday we had, so the night of the video, I didn't sleep one moment. She was up all night, cluster feeding all night. My nipples were just agony. And I thought I was having a breakdown. Woke up with pink eye. Had visitors. Had a really, really lovely day, but and she slept all day. I had to keep waking her up to eat, which was heartbreaking because I knew she was tired. But anyway, so I'm gonna sign off this video. I look great, I know. Hopefully, as the weeks go on, I'll start to do these videos, maybe with a bit of makeup on, or look at her. Bit of a tan maybe, but yeah, this is me signing off. This has basically been a video of a typical day where I get out, you know, for a walk. Then it's just the cycle of breastfeeding, sleeping, trying to sleep. I didn't sleep at all yesterday or last night, so yeah, pretty exhausted, and so is she. But yeah, so that's been my first video of, like, you know, 2 weeks with a newborn. It's been a bit negative, but it's been great. It has been great. The times, most of the time, it's really hard. I think that's why it's so rewarding, and you feel on cloud 9 when things are going well, because, you know, it's the extremes basically. You like completely exhausted, and, you know, well, for me, my nipples have been really, really painful. So when you have a good day, for some reason, whatever, I don't know why, but the latch is working really well, she's sleeping really well, you've had some sleep, and you're literally buzzing, like you feel amazing. Hopefully next week will be a bit more positive, might start getting some kind of sleeping routine, but yeah, until then, this is my honest account of what it's like to have a newborn. Your hair looks like this. Dom's just gone out to get me a sandwich because I haven't eaten yet. Well, I have eaten earlier, but I haven't eaten dinner. And so peace out. Week 2 with my newborn. It's going well. It's going how is probably totally normal, but not how I expected. But until next time, see ya.